Hola amigos, David el Profe here, and today we're going to talk about accepting payments from your students. Real quick, before we get into this is part of your pre-launch training. Once you're ready to launch your first class, this information is going to change, but this is based on the idea that you've created your Google profile, you're starting to receive inbound phone calls, and you're starting to get comfortable with the program. So you're going to start scheduling introductory private lessons with people. So I'm just preparing you to start taking payments now for your initial success. This is going to change once you get to a certain point. All right, let's talk about this. The reason why this is very important is because you want to start setting expectations early and you want to get paid before you teach. I'm recommending that you start by trying to schedule introductory lessons with people for only $20 an hour. You're totally free to set whatever rate you want to, but I recommend $20 an hour just to get started so you're actually getting paid to go through this training and you're starting to generate revenue right off the bat. The reason why this is all important, though, is that charging students up front, it builds professionalism, it reduces no-shows, and it's going to build your confidence. Once you collect that first payment, you're going to feel so happy that you joined this program. And furthermore, this is doing something psychologically to your students. You're actually training them from the very first day to treat this seriously. And this is different than what so many organizations do. So many organizations, like if you go online, you'll see just free offers for everything. There is, back in the day, they used to do Groupon and Living Social. I don't even know if those organizations are around anymore, but I used to get students from those, and I always noticed people that came in just looking for those deals. They had it in their head from day number one that this wasn't something of value, this was a deal. And what you're wanting to do is create from the very first day that this is a valuable situation and you want your students to take this seriously. So when students pay for class, that's exactly what happens. They take the class more seriously. They feel invested in the outcome. They're less likely to cancel or disappear. If you just schedule classes with people, then 50-50 chance that they don't show up for the class in the first place, right? But when they pay for it, they're going to be there. It does happen, but it's extremely rare that somebody pays for a class and then they don't come, because paying creates an emotional and a mental commitment. Even a small amount shifts the mindset to maybe to I'm in. So real quick, there's different ways to accept payments. These are what I recommend for now. This is going to be one of those things that changes in the future after you launch your business and your classes. But for now, you should be prepared to accept cash payments. A lot of students, especially coming from Latin America, are still just accustomed to paying with cash. So be prepared for students that are going to want to sign up with you in person and accept a cash payment. I've had a lot of success with Zelle. For the most part, I send students a text message, which I'm going to share with you, of how they can pay me via Zelle, and I get those payments typically within 5 minutes of having the phone call with someone. I don't use Venmo or the Cash App, but if you use it, if your students use it, that might be a better alternative for you via Zelle than Zelle. But anyways, all of these are very simple. They're easy, and you don't have to set up a business banking account just yet to start using these today. All right, so here's the text message. Let's say you had a conversation with someone, you scheduled an introductory class for tomorrow at 7. I would follow up with this, and you should be telling this to them on the phone, but I would follow up with this text message. Hola, Miguel, para confirmar su cita para su clase introductoria, por favor, mande el pago por Zelle. And then you're going to have your business name or your personal name, however you collect Zelle payments, with your phone number. A recibir el pago, confirmo la clase introductoria para, and then you put the date and your address. So basically, you're just saying, hey, in order for me to confirm this appointment with you, I need you to send me the payment, right? This works really well. You'd be surprised at how many people are just good with this. I do get a certain amount of people that insist on making a cash payment. They're not sure if you're a real person, whatever, I get it. In the event that somebody makes a cash payment with you, just know that there's a chance they might not show up. So getting the Zelle payment up front is much more firm. Up to you however you want to do it though. All right, so the reason why this all works so well is this is something that's called an upfront contract. In the world of sales and marketing and customer service, what you're looking to do is establish an upfront contract, which is just a simple agreement made before you begin working with a student. Send me $20 and I'll confirm your class, right? You give me this and I give you this. What this is doing is insignificant as this may seem. It's establishing a professional working relationship between you and your student. It's clearly communicating expectations from everyone that's involved. So to go back here, right, you may think that this seems a little bit silly, but you're just really clearly communicating with people. This is exactly what I just told you on the phone, and now I'm following up with a text message. So everything is here and it's written now, right? We just talked about it, but it's always better to have stuff written. Even though you're not signing an official contract, it is in essence a contract. It's a formal agreement and it's now been written. It's been read by both you and your student and everybody's committing to it, right? So it's just clearly communicating all those expectations. And I have to tell you, your time is the most valuable resource you have. Right now, you might have a lot of free time, but that's going to change very quickly. So you're just setting expectations from the beginning. Hey, let's do this the right way. And this is going to differentiate you from everyone else, as I mentioned earlier with those, freebies and giveaways and special offers. I don't like giving those special offers. Right now, we might be starting off with lower private lesson prices, but that's going to change in the future as you get more comfortable. So this is just all about creating small commitments, which then will lead to bigger commitments in the future. As you go through this, make sure to keep your finances really organized even before you officially launch. Make sure you're tracking these payments on your student list spreadsheet. You might want to consider opening a separate savings account with your personal bank account for now, just for separating the money you're collecting and saving it. And then you always want to keep your records in case of future needs, including paying taxes and getting funded for your business, right? So make sure you get organized now, and that's going to create a smoother business for you later. All right, if you want to read any more about this, I recommend this book called Profit First. Before you launch, you need to know how to earn, and this is going to help you understand why we're doing everything the way that we're doing. I'm trying to set you up for success and making sure you're profitable before you start spending money. So this is definitely a great read for you for launching your own business. All right, I think that's it for today. I'll see you in the next video. Ciao, ciao.